Hello everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I am Sakshi and in this session we are about to discuss daily current affairs as on 7th August 2020. So before beginning, as I always tell you, if you're preparing for defense examination sitting back home, SSB Crack is best for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense-related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, you can always visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you'll find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start our session with the question of the day. And in the yesterday's session, I asked you what is Swadesh Darshan scheme. So Swadesh Darshan scheme, it was launched by Government of India and by the Ministry of Government of India, Ministry of Tourism. Okay. So the objective for Swadesh Darshan scheme is to develop theme-based tourist circuit in the country. And these tourist circuits, they will be developed on the principle of high tourist value, competitiveness and sustainability in an integrated manner. So basically they want to highlight the tourism in the country through this particular scheme. So the scheme is 100% centrally funded, but in some state it may vary from state to state. Now coming to the first article for today. So the Indian Railway is about to introduce Kisan Rail and they are introducing it today. Okay, so the Indian Railway is introducing Kisan Rail. An announcement for Kisan Rail was already done in the union budget, right? So Indian Railway is introducing its first Kisan Rail from Devlali, which is in Maharashtra, to Danapur, which is in Bihar. So initially the train will run on weekly basis. This train is a step toward realizing the goal of doubling the farmers' income by 2022, which is the goal of Government of India. The train will also help in bringing perishable agricultural product, okay, like vegetables, fruits, and that too in the market in a short period of time. So the train will have frozen containers, and with the frozen containers, it is expected to build a seamless national coal supply chain for perishable products, which will be inclusive of fish, meat, and milk. And this particular announcement was done in the union budget already. So earlier Indian Railway has this special commodity trains like banana special, etc. But this is the first ever multi commodity train, okay, and it will carry various fruits and vegetables. Now coming to the next important update, Online Patriotic Film Festival. India's first ever online patriotic film festival is about to held, and it is being organized by National Film Development Corporation. As I told you, it is first of its kind online patriotic film festival, and it is a part of Independence Day Celebration 2020 by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So this festival is going to begin on 1st August 2020 and will run till 21st August 2020. And it will showcase Indian history that marks bravery of our freedom fighters and aims to create a festive and patriotic mood among the Indians across the globe. The festival will showcase high quality Independence Day themed patriotic films on the website www.cinemasofindia.com daily, and that too free of cost. The movies that they are going to broadcast, some of them are Gandhi, Chittagong, The Legend of Bhagat Singh. These movies will be showcased. Now the next important news is IBB. It has amended liquidation process regulation. So IBB, which is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, it has amended regulation for liquidation process and it has provided more clarity on fee payable to liquidators. So what is a liquidation process? See, it is a process of bringing the business to an end. So as the operation of the business of a company is coming to end, whatever will be the remaining assets of that company, these assets will be used to pay the creditors and the shareholders. Okay, so this selling of the asset process is known as liquidation process. Now under this amendment, now fee payable to the liquidator, it will be fixed by committee of creditors. What is committee of creditors? So in a company, it is a group of people who represents a company's creditor. So these committee of creditors, in case of bankruptcy proceedings, they have broad rights and they have broad responsibilities as well, such as reorganizing plans for bankrupt companies or deciding whether they should liquidate the company or not. So all these decisions are taken by committee of creditors, and now by this amendment, they will be deciding the fee payable to the liquidators. Now, in case where the fee is not fixed, the regulation provides that the fee as a percentage of the amount realized. What is amount realized? See, these are the economic terms. You need to understand these terms. So, what is amount realized? Amount realized is the amount which is received after the sale of an asset, okay, through the liquidation process. So the amount realized, so the fee will be the percent of the amount realized and the amount distributed by the liquidator. So this amendment, it clarifies that if a liquidator realizes any amount but does not distribute the same amount, he shall be entitled to a fee, and that fee will be corresponding to the amount realized by him, okay, the amount that realized by him by selling the assets. Okay, so this is all about the amendment. So let me tell you, for an examination point of view, something about Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. It is a statutory body, which means it came by an act of parliament, and it was Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, and it was established on 1st October 2016. It is a key institution in implementing the IBC, which is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, right, which provides for market-linked and time-bound solutions of stressed assets. Now coming to the next important update, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, is about to set up Innovation Hub. So the Innovation Hub is being launched to promote the startups in the country. It will help the ideation and incubation of new capabilities to promote financial inclusion. The basic aim is to promote the financial inclusion and promote efficient banking services in the country. The hub will create viable and innovative financial products, and following will be the benefits. First will be this hub will help achieve efficient banking, also business continuity in times of emergency, and strengthening the consumer protection. And in the past, the RBI has taken similar initiative, and very recently it has launched the Regulatory Sandbox. So what is Regulatory Sandbox? It allows live testing of new products and services in a controlled or test regulatory environment, right? And in this, regulators may or may not permit the certain relaxations for the limited purpose of testing. Okay. Now coming to the next important update, Banga's Awam Mela. So it was held in Jammu and Kashmir's Handwara to mark the anniversary of abrogation of Article 370, right? We discussed this, right? The 5th August was the anniversary of abrogation of Article 370. So it is the annual festival which saw the participation of hundreds of Gujars, Bakarwals and other Kashmiri sightseers. So in the first day of the celebration, they had village games and which were held, and it was and they saw competitions like horse racing, sheep herding challenges, tugs of war, etc. And under this, a veterinary medical camp was organized to provide basic healthcare facilities along with the medicines to the local people who are residing in the remote region of Bangu's Valley. And on the second day, the audience enjoyed the folk songs by Gujar communities. Now the next is 7th August. So today it is celebrated as National Handlooms Day. So this day is celebrated to honor the handloom weavers in the country. Also the day highlights handloom industry in India, which is the key to women's empowerment, as over 70% of handloom weavers are women and allied women workers. So why this 7th August is chosen as National Handlooms Day? Because to commemorate the Swadeshi movement, and Swadeshi movement was also launched on the same date in the year 1905. That is how they are celebrating National Handlooms Day on 7th August itself. So the day was first declared as a National Handlooms Day in the year 2015. Now guys, it is time for COVID-19 situation in India. So the confirmed cases, the total confirmed cases in India are 19,64,536. The active cases have reached to 5,95,501. The cured cases are 13,28,336, and death have reached to 40,699. So let's revise this session with the quiz. Try to answer these questions. So the first question in front of you is, Online Patriotic Film Festival was organized by National Film Development Corporation, Film Division of India, Children's Film Society, Film and Television Institute of India. So the correct answer is National Film Development Corporation. Now the next question is, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Court of India was established on October 2019, 2017, 2016 or 2015. So the correct answer for this is October 2016. Now coming to the next question, which of the following allows live testing of new products or services in a controlled environment? Regulatory Paybox, Regulatory Sandbox, Sandbox, Innovation Hub. So the correct answer for this is Regulatory Sandbox. Now the next question is, National Handlooms Day is celebrated on 1st August, 7th August, 6th August or 5th August. So it is celebrated on today, 7th August. So guys, it is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. What is Hamara Ghar, Hamara Vidyalaya campaign? So let me give you a hint. It is an initiative by Madhya Pradesh government. Okay, so try to answer this in the comment section. We will discuss the complete and the detailed answer in the next session. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.